I thank the gentleman for yielding the time. I have no problem with the bill that is before us, the Legislative Appropriations Bill. I think the chairman and the ranking member have done an excellent job with that bill. However, I have to register my objection to considering the funding bill for Congress and putting off the bill that funds our Homeland Security and including it in the continuing resolution. For almost 7 years, we've had a near perfect track record of getting the Homeland Security Appropriations Bill done before funding for the rest of the government. It took bipartisan wrangling and compromise, but we've always produced a bill that the President can sign almost unanimously before the other bills. Why? Because the Congress considered security of the nation as paramount. And this year should be no different. We've pre-conferenced the Homeland Security Bill with our Senate counterparts. We could produce a bill for the President to sign in a matter of days. And yet the leadership says no. Include Homeland Security in a continuing resolution and put it off, and instead first pass funding for the Congress. Our pay is more important than defending our country. I would not at the moment, I will later. On June 24th of this year, the House wrapped up consideration of the Homeland Bill and passed it with 389 votes in this body. And 3 weeks later, the Senate passed their version of the bill with a near unanimous vote. So it's been more than 2 months since both bills were passed, and since August, staff has been diligently reconciling these two bills, reaching bicameral, bipartisan agreements. We could have produced a finished bill for this body to consider a month ago. A month ago. And yet, leadership refused to allow it to happen. So I stand here today very concerned, Madam Speaker. There's virtually no excuse to punt this vital security spending bill and fund the Department of Homeland Security under a continuing resolution. Instead of actually doing our work and fulfilling the security needs of our nation, we're placing a priority on Congress' own budget, putting Homeland Security spending on ice, taking the next few Mondays and Fridays off, and basically waiting around until October until we get further direction from on high. That's as indefensible, Madam Speaker, as it is dangerous. The security and safety of our citizens should be our number one priority. Look around you. We face complex cybersecurity challenges, emerging threats from overseas, terrorist cells operating on our soil, and increasing violence along the southwest border that's already claiming U.S. lives. The fiscal 10 Homeland Bill will infuse much-needed increases to our efforts to bolster our border security, track down illegal immigrants, protect our critical infrastructure, replace the aging Coast Guard fleet, and improve the preparedness of our first responders. I ask the gentleman for an additional 2 minutes.
I yield the gentleman additional 2 minutes.
Why must our brave Homeland Security professionals wait while we dicker and delay here in the House? Real security demands commitment, commitment from this body and commitment from the nation's leadership. I know my subcommittee chairman, David Price, and I are ready to finish the work of our bill, and we can do it in a matter of hours, if not days. So I'm disgusted, Madam Speaker. I apologize for that. But I think we should reconsider the decision that has been made by leadership to put off funding for the nation's homeland defense and instead take up funding for this body. And so I will have to vote no on the bill, although I think the legislative appropriations is okay. I yield back.